welcome back to my channel. My name's Amy if you're new here, and today I'm going to do a little nail tutorial. So I'm going to try and attempt mini egg nails. I'll put a picture on screen here now of the inspiration. I've watched some tutorials on how people are doing this on Instagram, so I think I have a pretty good idea of how I'm going to do it. So I've picked my colours, I've actually just taken off my gels, and I've actually already shaped my nails. This is literally just going to be a tutorial on the sort of nail art part, but I'll do a little bit of filming. In fact, my mum will do a little bit of filming because she's decided she's going to sit up with me while I do my nails. So I'm going to get her to get some footage. I'll probably skip over to voiceover, and then I'll... So I've taken off my gels. I've actually just filed it off, which is super naughty. And I'm just going to go for a square look today, just so I like my nails square. I do think the sort of rounded tips would probably look good for this style, but I am just going to do square because that's my preferred one. I've actually taken the length down quite a bit because they were quite long. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do some cuticle work. I'm going to buff them and then they'll be ready. So I've prepped the nail and I've now just got some nail varnish remover on a lint-free wipe. I actually don't use lint-free wipes anymore. I use a tissue. These are Smart Price tissues from Asda's, like little napkins, and they're really good because they're lint-free. And I've just wiped over my nails so they're all clear. Now I'm going to put on the Ibd Power Bond. This just dehydrates the nail, gets it ready for gels. So I'm going to put that on. I'm then going to put a base coat on. This is just the Halo ones. I really like Halo. And then I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds. So I put my base coat on and I've cured it. I'm actually going to put a layer of builder gel on. If your nails are really weak, this is great. It's the Halo Easy Build, and I'm just going to put a coat of that on and then cure that for 60 seconds. I'm then going to buff over it so the top is matte, and then I'll start painting. So I've got the builder gel on this hand. I'm actually doing it one hand at a time. So this is what it looks like when I've got the builder gel on. As you can see, I've actually buffed it down so it's like matte. But this just gives my nails some strength. So the colours I'm going to be using, I picked up more pastels. So I've got Blue Sky 80547, which is actually called Cake Pop, which is my favourite shade. I've also got Blue Sky A103. I've then got Blue Sky 80596, which is like a blue. And I'm using Blue Sky Fairy Tale, which is like a pastel purple. I haven't got a yellow, so I'm going to mix this bright yellow, which is Sun, Sea and Sand in My Pants by OPI, because why not? And I'm going to mix that with some white to get it the pastel, and this is just Halo French white. So they're the colours I'm using. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do just one colour on each finger, and then I'm going to do the black spots afterwards. So let's get to that. So I've got a little palette out. This one's actually just from Poundland in their art section. So I'm going to mix a bit of this yellow in here. I want to do a decent amount because obviously I need to do it on 2 fingers on both hands, and I just want it to go across all of it so I don't have like variations of the colour. I'm actually going to put this on my index finger on both. So I'm just mixing in a bit of that white. And obviously it's got to be quite pastel-y, so I'm going to need a lot more white than yellow. So I'm going to mix that in and see how that is. I've just got a nail art brush. This is just from a set from Amazon. Yeah, I reckon it still needs a little bit more white because it needs to be pastel-y. Probably should have put the white in first. So if you do it, maybe put the white in first and then just dab a tiny bit of yellow. Which is actually, if you watched my Easter DIY video, that's what I said on there. So I should have listened to my own things I preach and just do white and then dab in a bit of the colour if you're making a pastel. Right, I'm going to carry on mixing and I'll get back. Right, that's ready to paint on now. So I'm going to actually use the nail art brush to paint that on, and it should be absolutely fine. And then I'm going to cure that and repeat until they're all done. Right, so I've got the pastel colours on now. Now I'm going to take Black Lava by IBD and I'm going to mix it first because this shade always separates. And then I'm going to put a dab of that on my plate. I'm actually going to kind of spread it out a little bit. just because I'm going to then take my fan brush, which again, this is just from a set on Amazon, and I'm going to get a tiny bit of this black on there, as you can see, literally the tiniest bit, and I'm literally just going to dab it on really lightly until you get sort of a speckled effect, and I want to repeat that on all. So this is them freshly done. So all I want to do now is top coat. So I want to just use the blue sky top coat. Now I have the halo one and I do like it, and I've actually got loads of them, so I need to finish them. However, I have noticed I've done a lot more white sets recently, and it does discolour the white ever so slightly. And also under UV light, that one turns bright blue. So when you've got your hands under the lamp, it makes the gels look blue, which obviously doesn't normally matter unless you are in like a nightclub or mini golf, only places I can think of that have UV light, but that does affect it, whereas the blue sky one doesn't, and I don't find this changes the colour at all, which is obviously what you want, especially if you've got like a dark set. I did find that the bluey tint would kind of come out on a dark set or just like a plain white. I've just top coated, so I'm going to cure them now, but they were super easy to do. It's actually the first time I've done it, and they were super easy, so I'm going to repeat on the other hand, and then I'll show you the final result. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. Definitely comment if you want any more sort of simply vibrant content. That is the beauty studio we're in right now. So if you'd like any more of that content, any different sort of nail art styles or anything like that, then just let me know. I'm happy to do more sort of day in the life of a beauty therapist and things like that. So do let me know, but I'll see you in the next one. Bye!